Hi, my name is Kennedy and I work for the Future Student and School Liaison team at the University of Waikato. In this video, we're going to look at how to build a bachelor's degree and choose what you will be spending the next few years studying while at Waikato. For most students, the first step is to choose one of the bachelor's degrees that we offer at Waikato. A full list of these can be found on our website. Alternatively though, some students choose the subject that they are interested in studying first and then choose the degree that subject fits within. So if that is your preferred method, then that is totally okay too. A full list of subjects can be found on our website. Most of our undergraduate degrees at Waikato have very flexible degree structures that allow you to take a combination of subjects we offer that are of interest to you. Here is an example of what a typical degree structure at Waikato looks like. Once you have chosen one of our degrees, you must then select one major from the list of subjects that can be studied as part of that degree. This will then take the place of all the yellow boxes on the left-hand side of the degree structure. Your major becomes the subject that you specialise in. Each year, students studying full-time take 8 papers, which are like the subjects you take at school. These are split so that you take 4 papers in the first half of the year, or A trimester as we call it, and 4 papers in the second half of the year, B trimester. Each of these boxes on screen represents one paper that a student would take as part of their degree. Some degrees, like the Bachelor of Laws, include papers that span the whole year over both A and B trimesters. If this is the case and you are taking 1 year-long paper, you only end up taking a total of 7 papers across the first year to equal the same workload. Depending on the degree you have chosen, that will determine which compulsory papers you must take, as these are often specifically chosen to align with the overall degree you are completing. The compulsory papers take the place of all the light grey boxes through the middle of the degree structure. Compulsory papers will consist of foundational skills that help you progress through your degree. The dark grey boxes on the right-hand side of the degree structure represent elective papers. Elective papers are free choice papers that allow you to try subjects that can be from any division at the university. You can use these papers in a few different ways. The first option is for you to leave all 8 papers as electives, which are the dark grey boxes, allowing for the most flexibility. Each of these papers can then come from different subjects that we offer at the university. Another option, as shown in this example, is where 4 of these papers have been used to achieve a minor, which are the black boxes, and 4 are still available to be electives. A minor is a subject studied in some depth, but not as much as the major subject. Just like the electives though, your minor can be any subject that we offer at the university, not just the subjects that come from the area your degree is in. For example, a student can study a Bachelor of Science, majoring in environmental sciences, with a minor in marketing. That would mean that you have your main area of environmental sciences, that is the area you are an expert in, with the addition of some marketing knowledge. The final option for your elective papers is to use all 8 of them to create a second major, as shown in this example. A double major is where you study one degree but focus on 2 different subjects in depth within that degree. Just like the electives or minor, your second major can come from any subject that we offer at the university. A double major doesn't take any longer to complete than a standard degree, and it doesn't end up costing any more. It just means that we are more specific with the papers we get you to take as part of your degree to make sure that you end up specialising in the 2 subjects you have chosen. A common example of a degree with a double major that I see is a Bachelor of Health, Sport and Human Performance degree with a major in Human Performance Science and a second major in Psychology. It is important to mention that there are some degrees which do not fit this general model. These degrees are on screen currently. Generally, the reason that these degrees don't allow for the same level of flexibility is because the qualifications themselves are highly prescribed due to industry accreditations that they hold, which allow you to practice in that career once you have completed the degree. In some cases, there is a bit of flexibility to allow you to choose some electives, but just not the same extent as discussed in the previous examples. The University of Waikato also offers conjoint degrees, which is where you study 2 undergraduate bachelor's degrees at the same time. As you are studying 2 qualifications, this option does take slightly longer than just 1 degree. A conjoint can generally be completed in 5 years of full-time study, but may require students to take some papers over the summer school trimester to complete the degrees in this time frame. Now that you know about the different ways that you can study degrees here at Waikato, you can start to work on structuring your own degree for next year. When choosing your elective papers and finding out what options we have for papers in each of the subjects we offer, you can use the catalogue of papers on our website. The easiest way to get to the catalogue of papers is to use the search bar in the top right-hand corner of our home screen. Once open, the paper catalogue will allow you to browse papers by their paper code, if you know what the paper code is, the subject that the paper is offered by, or the location that the paper is being offered. The locations will either be Hamilton, HAM, Tauranga, TGA, or online, NET. The other option is for you to use the advanced search to add multiple filters to find what papers are available for you. This is particularly handy if you are needing to find the 8th paper to fill a gap and it needs to be an A trimester, or the paper needs to be taught from a specific campus. Papers are coded using 5 letters, for example PSYCH, which reflects the subject that the paper is from. They're followed by 3 numbers, for example 101. The first of the 3 numbers indicates the year level that the paper is for. Generally, all papers that you will complete in your first year will start with a 1. The 200, 300 and 400 level papers come later in your studies. Once you have found your paper of interest, you can click on the paper code to read a little bit more about what content that paper specifically offers, the time that the paper is scheduled for, and the paper outline from the current year's offering. Each paper will also list any prerequisites that there are for students going into the paper. For some first year papers, this will require you to achieve a certain level of credits or overall grade in your final year of high school. And for some of our 2nd and 3rd year papers, this prerequisite may be that you need to take the first year paper before you are allowed to go into the higher level papers. It is important to remember that we offer flexibility within our degrees. If you decide after Christmas that you want to change your paper options or even your whole degree, we can help you with that change and make sure you are enrolling in a degree that you love. In fact, within the first 2 weeks of the trimester, you are able to change all of your papers if you are not happy. Our aim is to support you to pursue an area of study that you are passionate about, and sometimes it takes trying something new to find out which path is right for you. Hopefully you are now ready to apply for the degree that you are wanting to study at the University of Waikato next year. The next step for you is to head to our website and use the Apply to Study button and get your application in. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of our future student and school liaison team directly, or email info@waikato.ac.nz or phone 0800 Waikato.